to its action plan. Where are my OGP people?
All over it.
They are all over me. Right? Please, let's discuss this a bit. Mainstream climate action in the center of government policy, planning, and budget. What does this mean? From where you sit, from where you are working, from your table. What does this mean? Ajeri, you are looking at me. You are looking at me. What does this mean to you? Don't worry, whichever way you choose to frame it is fine. In your own context of your everyday work, what does this mean to you? Okay. Aleri, going, 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 final chance, gone.
Yeah, for me, I think it's not over because we prioritize and this is something that deliberately all sectors, I mean all sectors need to assess how climate change affects their work. I'm surprised, I don't know, maybe I missed out during the introduction that I'm not seeing anybody from Ministry of Health. Ministry of Health.
Primary health care board. Yeah, primary health care.
Yeah, primary health care, but the important minister as the umbrella.
So on our, okay, please.
So the thing is, because we're seeing a lot of changes, and because these MPAs are not deliberately looking at climate and how it's affecting, and you don't have research going on and data that's telling us what is changing because of climate, we're missing out on a lot of things. I've seen situations whereby doctors are looking at a health situation they are looking for in another part of Nigeria, but it's actually in front of them. And they don't want to even agree. Even when you're telling them this, they're saying no, unless you're in the right area or wherever, you should not be having this. Because and the reason why this particular thing might be like I talked about it because my daughter faced a situation like life-threatening situation. And even when we had evidence, I was telling doctors they were arguing with us. And I told them what are you talking about? What is in the riverine area that we're not having now because of climate? No. So I'm just using that as an example, but that is a wake up call. Say that all MPs, and that's the reason why planning and budget is important, and then planning and budget needs to be at the top of this to make sure that all MPs are actually differently looking at climate and how it's affecting things differently now. So what it means is we need to have an open mind, reflective about what we see about situations, and when we're designing roads or designing houses, we should not say this is how I'm managing. What do we need to do to make sure that, like I say, we're smart about it? What are the new things that are supposed to help us adjust and adapt to this situation? Because we will continue to see things that we are not used to.
Yeah.
And that is because look at the heat impacts. Look at the race that we are battling with. It's something that usually you have to protect so people what's it called? For no space, but we faced it in Kaduna, and we had different health implications for us and affected us economically and otherwise. So for me, that's particular thing, that number three that you're talking about is something that say that we do not miss out on huge disaster for us.
Thank you very much. Thank you for adding flesh to the bones. Right? Please go ahead, sir.
There are situations where you feel this moment. Like, take for instance, the filling station, you go inside railway station, no any sign of green structure there, climate, environment. So I think they should act as part of this program so that when they are creating or approving structures for people
Mhm. I like that point. I like the point, Hadiza, you made. Right, this period, some people are usually very sick. They have allergic reactions, including me. Right, this period I have, because of the change in weather, I have usually have allergic reactions, swollen eyes, itchy face, red eyes, running nose because of this period. Right, small rashes. I usually have that. I like the point you also talked about the planning. So this is where the Planning and Budget Commission comes in, about planning, where you see that some people just build anyhow on the road without taking into consideration of the government policy, right? I like the fact that she is here from primary health care, and because these are the people that see the everyday challenges of climate change impacting health at the local government level, right? Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am. Okay. Yes, please. Sorry, let me take Yusuf. Please, can you? Please, can I have your attention here? Thank you, sir. Please. Okay. Sorry, I'll come back to you. Yes. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I like that point that the policy uh, without enlightenment. And so you see, by your left and by your right, you see a lot of citizen organization partners and colleagues that are here. It is expected that at the end of the day, they are saying it to the people in the community. Yes, I like that word, the whole society approach. That is what we are using. Everybody is valid, everybody is important, irrespective of the dogma you are holding on to. That is why you are seated on the tables, right? But thank you very much, sir. Yes, Director, I'm waiting for your feedback too.
Some communities to discover some of the impacts around climate change, sanitation, and waste. We discovered that some of the platforms of toilet water source are not used in climate control, which is also affecting water sources where and the end of the hospitals cases with continuous typhoid. So maybe I don't know what happened that the environment coalition is not here, that they can report such things, maybe share experience around the climate impact that has affected so many communities, because they will be here to speak on what they see, and also the policy makers that are here will also hear, because those things are part of the climate issues, and even the cutting down of trees are happening in the communities. So I don't know, maybe next time they should be also be around this place to also share, especially water sources, sanitation facilities in schools, and even in our health facilities and schools. So I don't know what happened. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'll come back to you. I'll come back. Thank you very much, ma. I like the point. So, where are you from, ma? Which?
Rural Community Development Foundation.
And they are in the coalition of the.
Yes, but
No, but you are in that coalition. Uh-uh. Then we invited them now. If you are in that coalition, is it not so?
there are people in other coalitions that are representing the coalition as a body. Yes, sir.
Ma, if one person, Kaduna State is 10 million and counting. If one person from that coalition is here, then that coalition has been reached. But no problem. I like your point. I take it back. And so what we will do is to project the stakeholders list, but for state and non-state actors. And somebody talked about primary health care, whether the overall body, the Ministry of Health is supposed to be here and is not, they are not here. I know that the mapping is richly captured. We might not be perfect, right? But we sure did a good job out of it, right? Yes, sir. So I'm coming, please. Before we continue, we had some 2, 3 people that walked in. So this is Kaduna. We don't want to trade out our sensitive secrets to other states. It would be nice for us to have some introduction. Sir, you just came in. Have you introduced yourself, sir? Where are you from? What you do? So if you are for Meduguri or Adamawa, it's in the other hall. But if you are from Kaduna, you are from Kaduna. So please tell us. No, no, now we can't hear you, sir. From where? Kaduna State. All right, sir. Um, it's good to have you here, right? Welcome. Good morning, sir. Yes, sir. Please, can you help us introduce yourself? You don't have to stand, sir. Just sit, sir.
My name is Wisdom Aliva.
Okay. Good morning, welcome. It's good to have you here. Agife, it's good to have you here. Thank you. All right, so you are raising up your hands. You are from where, sir? No, you are from where? Please go ahead. Sorry. Aha. Okay. It's good to have you here. Right? Did you hear that conversation? You just came in. Oh, oh. All right, sir. Okay.
Have coalition of food and water, and then the ministry have been reduced to a department which they are not here to lay out their cry. So I believe that the primary water and strengthening the sector so that we can have a better environment.
Thank you very much. I hear you. We hear you loud and clear. Planning and budget, hear you loud and clear. Others too, hear you loud and clear. Where are you from, ma? Ah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And and on behalf of that, and on behalf of that sector, we apologize. All right.
As we are, we need to also look at climate change. It's looking at early child development and how, because of a lot of things like I said, you talked about plants below are diminishing, and maybe at certain times there are certain nutritious food that we need. And because of also how it's affecting farming, we're beginning to see how children, especially in rural areas, are affected nutrition-wise. And they're not affected nutrition-wise, we're also beginning to see affect learning outcomes. And also migration and how children are out of school. We're losing more children out of school because of search for food and all those kind of things. So it's very interesting, though sad, to see that just one company that we see and for a long time has now started not only affecting things around us, but us personally. Because now the thing we're battling with is how affecting children are becoming more like malnourished, and we're going to struggle with their brain development and how we're going to support them, and they're not because of effect of climate change. Food is fast not becoming a priority. Even the farmer is not taking farm now because he's afraid of all this
Security. See how we are connecting climate change to our everyday lives. See how we are mainstreaming it to our everyday life. See how the impact of climate change is affecting the children that are growing. Only 2 weeks ago, they projected that 6,000 children will have cholera in Nigeria. I'm sure we saw that, right? So see how the effect, I see you, I'll come back to you. You see how climate change is affecting everybody. Director, what do you want to see? What will be mainstreaming climate action for you, please, in your own terms? Sorry, I didn't get that side. No, start from where you said thank you to peace. I like that part first. They pay my salary, sir.
Like I mentioned last week, I said early this week, I mentioned that there's one thing that means government recognizing existence of firewood and charcoal association setup. Seriously. So they are supposed to be here. Here. Let them hear what we are saying. But most of the things this, they are actually like perpetrators of all these things. Because I was there, I went to, I stopped at the village. So charcoal, I said, how much is this $100,000? Where do you get this charcoal? They put inside the bush. I asked him 10 years ago, where were you getting the firewood? He said, around our houses. And I asked, okay, supposing this firewood in the bush finish, what would you do? You get what I'm saying? Me, I'm happy to hear there are so many things that have been discussed, and I want to say that not just what we are doing. Personally, this I think this is the worst year in terms of climate impact of climate change, temperature increase. I have never sweated to the extent that you see me sweating like this year. I stayed in Sokoto in the 80s, but it was not as this. Honestly, that was very what I want to give us an assignment. We are all associations, we are all working for one organization or the other, but there is one thing. I answer somebody by saying, all of us here are talking about climate change, and this is what we're supposed to do. How many of us stop doing what we are doing now? If we cannot, we the elite, in terms of climate change, cannot stop doing what people are doing, how can we ask somebody to stop? I am a climate change expert, for example. I say people don't want tree, and they see a cup of tree or charcoal coming to my house. What will I do? How will I? So our organizations here, like we're trying to do something in the ministry. We tried, and we're still going to try. I don't know because I'm not here in the forestry. Otherwise, it would have been a different story. We wanted to force the firewood association to give them a push to establish their plantation for systematic harvesting, for scientific harvesting. We wanted to, but unfortunately, you know how they said they only did 5 hectares. And 5 hectares didn't want to come up. So,
All right.
I just want us to look at localizing people so that we have a language we can use it. Then the climate change will not understand. Just like what I say.
Yes, you are.
Saying that some of the shrubs we used to see around us are no longer there. This is the kind of convince them. Red used to come in April. It's no longer there. Now we have to meet from here. When they say only some crops last month and nothing more. These are some of the things we localize so we utilize our statement so that we can draw the attention of these people to really understand.
All right, all right. So I like the conversation coming up, but here let's shield our sword, right? We have that's why we paid for this hall. When it's dark, you won't even know that it's dark. We'll continue having that conversation, right? So shield your sword. There are group work to it. There are times we'll have the conversation. This is just to stoke the flame. And one of my duties here is to poke all of you, is to ask these deep questions, those mingling thoughts, so that we can have a better understanding together. Remember, the third objective is so that we will have a shared understanding of the subject, which is climate change and governance. right? Okay. Sorry, I promised that I'll come back to you. Okay, please. I can hold on. I can quickly respond to you, right? But I can quickly run you through the slide, right? But to quickly provide some form of response to you, and so everybody will hear. I just said Kaduna State have a policy, a climate change policy, and one of the gaps in the policy is to establish a climate change department, right? And if you look at the policy, it doesn't have an implementation framework to it. And since it doesn't have an implementation framework, there's no financial fr- support to it. So what PACE will be doing, Director is here, is that we've gone ahead to start the development of a climate change department in the Ministry of Environment. And so the next course of action is to support. Does that answer it? But so let's come back towards the presentation. Then you'll see more what PACE will do. So these are the components of the program. Number one is the issue-based work, issue-based coalition, which takes 35% of the program funding. I was tempted to say the total worth of the program, but because Ehis is actually doing the video, so I can't actually say that. So this is the issue-based work. It will take 35%. Then the core governance capability, where we talked about the system strengthening, the process, the institutionalization. It's on core governance capability and accountability. It takes 50% of the project. Then there's a fair power structure. This is contracted differently. It is not PACE that will do it. This is FCGO component. They will implement it. But what fair power structure means is about election and democratic that process. And so this contracting process is not with PACE. What PACE will be doing is issue-based work, issue-based coalition, core governance, cross-cutting research, evidence, and learning. Somebody talked about evidence. I've noted it down. That is one of my take-home points, that we need to constantly do research on climate change. We need to constantly do research. I liked where Yusuf talked about climate change and linking it up with mental health. That's skillful, right? So there are different researches to be done. We will also facilitate that process, right? And there's a cross-cutting strategic opportunity fund. There's a strategic opportunity fund. I will project a slide to 30 seconds and take it off, right? And you see how much it is for strategic opportunity fund for the program. Coalitions should be able to assess it. But to do something, when they say strategic opportunity fund, one specific thing that you could do to resolve that challenge, that's what that fund is for. I am sincerely hoping that during the lifespan of this program, that 1, 2, 3 organizations from Kaduna State should be able to access that strategic fund. I don't want other states like Kano and Jigawa. I don't, as much as I love those states, but I want a coalition from Kaduna State to be able to access those funds. Again, these are the program components of PACE. Number one is issue-based coalition. Number two is core governance, capability, and accountability. Number three is cross-cutting research, evidence, and learning. And number four is cross-cutting strategic opportunity fund. So these are the four components of PACE, right? I've succeeded in projecting the objective of PACE. I've also succeeded in projecting the components. Here, this is what you saw in your invitation letter, a whole society approach, a whole of society program approach. What does this mean? Here, we will work with the people, institution, resources, and performance. Please, can you take 2 seconds to look at the next person beside you and see if we've not been able to get that, a whole of society, people from different places. 2 seconds, just look at the next person beside you. One to the right, one to the left. Some people are walking, some people are flying. Can you just take a look and just take a look and see? Diverse people from different groups, different sectors, different ministry, different agencies, different departments, coalitions, organization, association, private sector. Where are they? Please raise up your hand. Private sector, Chamber of Commerce, Manufacturing Association of Nigeria. I see you. I also see you. So this is the whole society approach. So PACE will work with people, institutions, resources, and performance. Please, can I get somebody to help me read the people? People.
Let me volunteer, sir.
Please go ahead, sir.
People, ensuring citizens have voice and are engaged in policy and delivery, and that civil society and government have sustained capacity to identify, frame, and deliver against critical issues.
So when you look at these people, ensuring that citizens have voice, they are engaged in policy and delivery. What's this last one? Human capacity. So these are the 3 components of the people, right? These 3 fit into people. Please don't forget, we are talking about the whole society approach. It's a rich mix. When I started off this morning, I said before that too many cooks spoil the broth, right? That's what I started off by saying. Now we are saying that too many cooks will make the whole society approach to be sweet, right? You will hear different people from different opinion and different background. The lady was talking about water, how water has been neglected, how the department have been brought in to, the ministry have been brought into a department. She's talking from her side. She's talking from her side. The planning and budget people will be talking about, yes, but there's funding in the budget. He's talking from his side. The civil society people will be saying, no, these government people are not doing this. The supply side, the department side. But at the end of the day, it's the whole of society approach. Everybody is important. Everybody's hands is on the table. And institution, ensuring that policies are responsive to citizens' needs with minority or excluded groups, particularly women and girls. When somebody was introducing herself this morning, she said what? I am a what? On behalf of the Young Men Christian Association, we see you. We see you that you're a girl. Young Men Christian Association. No, she says she's a girl. Oh, all right, ma, please, can you see it? Can you see the second institution? Please, can you help me read it?
Ensuring that policies are responsive to citizens' needs with minority or excluded groups, particularly women and girls, empowered in planning, delivery, and accountability structure to all decision makers and service providers for outcome.
Ma, what you've read, thank you for reading it. Does it fit into this place? Responsive policy, inclusiveness, and accountable what? What's this? Accountable symptoms. What? Synopsis. Sorry. Does this fit in? Does this fit in? Have we captured the girl child? Have we captured the marginalized group? Have you captured the vulnerable group? You're most welcome, ma. On behalf of PACE, you are welcome. Resources. Where are my colleagues from planning and budget? Where are my colleagues? Will you help me read, please? Yes, please. Yes. I like your blue shirt.
Okay, me?
Yes, please. You don't have to stand if you can. Just read the resources.
Resources ensuring internally and externally generated revenues are available. Budgets are realistic and public finances are managed transparently.
Does this make some sense?
Yes, it does.
Does it make some sense? So, what, in your opinion, do you want to help us explain a bit? A bit. Then I will ask the guy from the tax component.
Okay, I was supposed to make a comment earlier on, so I think I'll just use this opportunity to make that. Looking at the aspect of resources, was what I'm looking at it as a priority, especially in budgeting. And so when everybody was making comment, I was thinking about legislative policies that are supposed to enforce climate-related issues in the state. And so if there's a strong legislative policy or legislative backup in the state, it will help to address some of the challenges that we are facing concerning the issue of climate change. Because, like for instance, now the first quarter performance of this year, budget performance was out, and when it comes to climate-related issues, we saw less than 8% of 8% performance, which is around 7.2, 7.1%. Like Ministry of Health, like the health-related issue that they were talking about, like what they were saying. My neon neighborhood where I stay, like what they were saying. My neon neighborhood where I stay, when I go out in the evening, I see trucks of charcoals coming into the state. And then we have police standing by the road, and then they give the police the bribe, and then they just pass with the charcoal into the state. So I think there's no strong legislative backup in implementing things. So it also addressing the resources. Thank you.
Thank you. While you were talking, Bashir was looking and was nodding. Because so Bashir, can you respond to say where you work from, and so that he knows?
That's legislation also. Issue of just the issue of the social enforcement is the fundamental part of it. So I think maybe this kind of gathering, issues like this, now I think kind of strengthened aspect of enforcement.
Okay. So Bashir, can you say where you work? Where do you work? Why? Okay. Can you state assembly? Okay, that's fine. So does that show some connection?
Yes, it does.
All right. Thank you very much, Bashir. So, Chairman, hello, sir. He talked about enforcement, right? From where you are seated, how well are we doing in terms of enforcement of these policies? How well are we doing in terms of enforce? Because somebody else brought up a point to say that we have registered association of charcoal and firewood, right? Right. So how well are we doing in terms of enforcement? So I am trying to, we are apolitical. Right?
Section whereby even with no the law of course of the terms is not honest. But you don't see it for immediately. I never report to the manager but I said this and that is the only time. Instead of it's 400,000, you find the law of reporting that. And that's to deter them from reporting the law of the you know the time when the enforcers are looking at the district, they come in with and bring it down. So what I'm trying to say is
Yes, we have a policy, but enforcement is actually the key.
What are you people doing about it?
Yeah,
That's my question.
so we have recorded some of them. Report and communities, and you know, we are making progress.
Okay, let me help the Ministry of Environment to ask, how many trucks do you have? How many trucks do you have that bring charcoal and firewood from? All right, ma. All right. Okay, please go ahead, ma. Okay. Yes.
The reason why, as an enforcement agent, I can close my eyes and let that pass because you're not giving me options. Before you go to enforcement and eradication and whatever, what are the options we've given these people for who that there's no solution? So we must have somebody that can provide options that they can comfortably
I hear you.
so that
I
they
hear
can
you.
get their faith upwards. Because the enforcement guy, if he blocks that code from going out, he will not even include that.
I hear you. Remember what my mother said now. Remember what my mother said now. That we can all sing together, but we cannot all talk together. Don't worry. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I, I hear you. So I hear you. I'm coming, sir. You have the floor. All right. All right. I hear you. I hear you. So this is just the presentation about. Hold on, please. Can I have your attention, please? This is just the presentation about space, right? This is just the presentation about peace. And I like the feedback. I like the question. I like temperature check, 79. I'm hoping that it will get to 99 where it's boiling, right? So it's nice. I like that feedback. I like the temperature check. I like the body signs. I like the movement. I like the questions coming in, right? This is just for pace. Then when it comes to issue days, please remember not to carry your chair and throw to the other person, right? Because we will argue. And so we've gone ahead to structure, have a group where we'll prioritize this issue and we'll come up and we'll do a presentation, right? So, but now I like it. I like the way it's going, right? So just hold on, shield your sword, hold your armor. Let's continue, right? When we finish, you can argue, you can shout. This hall is rented for 24 hours, right? Don't worry, just shout. Oh yeah, you can say. All right, so let me just give you. I like your face, right? So don't put it again so that it will be another argument. Oh. Like,
Mental health, health-related issues, but I think there's one important aspect that
so sorry, they can't hear you. They can't hear you.
okay, thank you very much. Oh, let me know you. I was saying that I acknowledge the fact that
Thank
the climate issue has been linked to mental health. It has been linked to health issues. It has been linked to food scarcity and among others. But there's one important component that we're looking at, and I think that was what brought us to this argument of who uses charcoal and who does not. Yes, the care workers, the mothers, the vulnerable women, and the vulnerable communities. This aspect, I think, when we look at it critically, it will sum up all these entire factors that has been linked. Because who are more affected? The women. Yes. Who are more affected? The women. Who is facing the mental issues is the women. Who is facing this? Who is using the charcoal and the firewood at the grassroots level? The women. So I think we is also high time we start looking at it from this particular component, so that we will now sum up all these problems in one cage and address it as one. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I take that. Hold on. Shield your sword. Shield your sword. Jacob, shield your sword. Jacob, shield your sword. You will shout. And so while we are talking, we had two people that walked in black, right? And so we want to know whether they are DSS. But if they are DSS, this is Kaduna State. We don't want to trade out our secret to Adamawa or Plateau State. So please, you help us kindly introduce yourself, where you work, so that we can know you and say, okay, colleagues, welcome. Don't worry, you don't have to sit. You don't have to stand, sir. Just you will see him in your group. Don't worry.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Peter. I'm
I know
here.
you can shout. Please, can you hear him, Martins? Uh-uh. It's working. It's working. Put more voice to it.
Okay. My name is Peter. I am here on behalf of Collab Innovation Hub. Um, Collab Innovation Hub. I'm representing Sanusi Smiler.
So,
Yes.
so what's collab?
Okay. Okay. Collab Innovation Hub is a tech hub. We are at the Kaduna Technology City. I don't know if you know Kaduna Technology City, but it's a tech hub in Kaduna. We are building a tech ecosystem, and we've been in Kaduna since 2016. We interface in different areas from policy advocacy to tech talent pipelines, products. We advise on startups, labs, and partnerships with civil society organizations. One huge thing we do is we help talents in Kaduna State, especially in the tech side of things, to build their tech skills, incubate them. We help startups to accelerate. And the idea is to build, and we typically don't like to say that, but the idea is to build what the ecosystems you have in the Googles, the Facebooks, and all. To that end, you would find Collab alumni at Microsoft, Paystack, Goldman Sachs, and GitHub, and all. You can also find them in local startups. It will interest you to know that we're part of the people that advanced the Startup Act and tried to localize it in Kaduna State.
Okay.
So it's typically what we do in
All right.
Kaduna
Thank
State.
you. Peter,
Yeah.
eh?
Yes.
It's good to meet you.
Yeah, thank
All
you
right.
very much.
So my question is, do you have a database, like the number of youth that you have supported?
Yeah.
You
we
have
do.
a database?
We do.
Okay. It's something that, and colleagues, please, let's look at Mr. Peter. Can we appreciate Mr. Peter? We clapped for you because we know that people here will connect with you, right? With what you do, right? I'm hoping that we'll have a robust relationship. And you came with
Yeah,
somebody?
so that's my personal assistant.
Okay.
Yes.
Will you allow her introduce herself?
Sure.
Please.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Martha. I'm his personal assistant from Collab Innovation Hub, Kaduna. Yes. Thank
Okay,
you.
Martha, what's your full name?
My name is Martha Obiageli Machebe.
Okay, thank you. It's good to have you here. Welcome. All right. Say again. Sorry, it's not working. It's not working. I think it has gone off. All right.
Excuse me, it's not for this. It's not for you. It's for us.
Oh, really? Sorry.
So whoever is speaking should hold this.
And it
Since you
will.
cannot take this tiny mic to everybody.
Oh, really? So anybody that is speaking around.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. So what we will do? No. Now we so there's what they call SASCOSH. We don't do black guy, tall guy, heavy set. Please, can you introduce yourself? Just introduce yourself. What you do? Where are you from, please? Sorry, we can't hear you. Okay. Of where? You're welcome. Good morning. Please, I would love to see you much later, right? All right. They keep coming. Where are they coming from? The wall? Are they entering the wall? I've not been seeing them. Good morning, sir. You're welcome. Oh, good morning, sir. You're welcome. It's good to have you here. All right. So what I've done in music is called modulation. Like I switch from one part to the other side, right? So I've modulated from about space to issue um, issue based work. So I said earlier that pace is governance is 70%, climate change is 30%. I just wanted to buttress this fact and project it here. But again, while we are all working, please know that this cycle that has the whole of society approach is very important. So while we go through group work, while we go through group work, please know that while we are working, while we are selecting issues, let us consider people, let us consider the institution, let's consider resources, and let's consider performance. Let's consider all these 4 points while we are selecting our various issues. Like I said, I just modulated from about pace to issue-based work. This is the program strategy, and this is what we want to see, we want to do. Number one, we want to generate more internal revenue. We have just identified one issue about taxes, enforcement. Number two, strengthen public financial management, improve policy formulation, strengthen integration. Sorry, you see where the program strategy is coming into play, right? You're asking that question. And so my first response was to tell you what we were doing. But the program strategy is what we will be doing here. And we said we'll generate more support. We will not, we will only provide support to generate more internal revenue, strengthen public financial management, improve policy formulation, strengthen integration, forming coalition together to work on specific issues, pursue public sector performance, develop green financing opportunities, improve climate governance. What does climate governance mean? Developing policies, plans, and budget, right? The governance in climate, right? Enhance adaptation, resilience, and transformation. These are the program strategies that PACE will be looking out to do. So we'll be reaching out, we'll be working together. Right? This is what PACE will do in the course of the 4 years. This is the 4-year FCGU governance and climate change program. We want to be able to reach out to the most vulnerable in the community. First component and the whole of society. How are we going to be doing this? Engaging legislators, engaging government executives, engaging citizens, engaging the private sector, understanding political economy, conflicts, gender equity, disabilities, social inclusion, social protection, issue-based projects, strategic opportunity funds, knowledge management and media engagement, research and learning. Can anybody give me number 9, please? If you think we've not covered anything. Number 9, yes, sir. Demonstration. Sir? 1, 2, 3, 4 is implementation. Feedback, knowledge management and media engagement. New innovation, research and learning. Anymore. Mission of justice. Anymore. This is where I'm making mouth. Anymore. All right. We hear you.